Hello there, everyone. Welcome to a new Let's Play with me, your host, Tim. And today, we're going to start playing through Tales of Iron together. There's some prep here that you can skip by going to the slider up here on YouTube, or the description section in this video, and either clicking on a link or moving that slider to the appropriate segment in case you don't want to listen to this prep. We're going to talk a little bit about what Tales of Iron is, how far I've gotten it, assuming I've played it before, why we're playing it, and any special stuff I'll be doing, or any Timisms that I'll be doing as we play this game together. Well, let's get started. Tales of Iron is a beat-em-up platformer. I would say it's very similar to Sultan's Sanctuary in regards to the way combat works, although there is no leveling in this game. I suppose on that note, it's more like Hollow Knight, but having it be one of those two would be the most appropriate thing I could place it as. We're playing this game today because, well, I've gotten pretty far in it. 7.5 hours or so. Oh, or 5 hours and 19 minutes, alright? Nowhere near the length of time I thought I put in the game. Have I really died to the bosses that often? I suppose I have. In any case, we're playing it together because I keep dying to the bosses repeatedly, and I thought it would be fun to show off how not skilled I am at these types of games any longer. I used to be pretty good at platformers like Castlevania X, on Epic or the like, and I swear I'm getting worse as I get older, as my reaction time begins to die. But I like the game a lot, and I figured it'd be fun to watch me play it. I hope, because that's what we're going to start doing today. On that note, you should know that I have not quite beat the game, but I do suspect I am slightly past the 2/3 mark in the game, and I'm approaching the end. There's probably going to be 3, maybe 4 more bosses that I have yet to defeat, and then I think it's probably game over for us. I don't want to ruin the game itself by logging into it, just I have that feeling that I'm nearing the end, assuming that I can actually beat the next boss in the game, of which there's no guarantee at all. For Tim-isms that I do, you should expect me to talk a lot during this game, because the game also has a narrator in it, and so I won't feel as obliged to not talk. I'll try to point out things as we play, I'll try to draw your attention to things I've really liked, and talk about the current quests we're on and so on as well, and I'll talk about random things as we're playing this game as well. So this one won't be a strictly only what's happening in front of us Tim chatter for this game, as it were. The game is narrated, so I will not be talking over any of the narration nor any of the cutscenes. I also probably won't talk very often during the bosses, because it requires a lot of concentration. You'll also hear me curse and swear. I won't curse and swear on screen, or at least I'm hoping I won't. But there may be times when I have to take a small break and come back after failing to defeat something for a little bit. That comes with the territory as I'm getting older. I have to put down the game and come back to it. You should totally expect that, by the way, in this game. Some of the bosses are just too tough for me, despite how the combat system works. We have to play the tutorial. There is no skipping it, unfortunately. Or fortunately in this case, because there is some story stuff which happens during the tutorial. Finally, one more thing to note. The creatures in the game have some chatter. That chatter is various, like, flute instruments that play, or something similar to that. It's perfectly fine, but I'm going to probably turn it off after the first episode, if only because I can't really seem to get the voice-over audio correct. For some creatures, it's too loud, and for others, it's a little too low from my initial testing when I was recording this earlier. So I'm going to just disable it. Hopefully it won't be too distracting. Just know it is there, and I will leave it on for the first video so that you guys get an idea of what the audio is like for the NPCs. Okay, so I think that about covers it, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and check out my voice, and if everything's okay, we'll be back to start a new game. So give me a few seconds. Alright guys, it sounds like it's coming out well. Let's go ahead and start us up a new game. Right. Originally, I've heard when this game came out, there was only one difficulty setting. This one, the middle one. They have since added an easy mode and a hard mode in case you want to play these. I can't imagine how difficult hard mode must be because I'm getting the snot kicked out of me all the time on Tales of Iron mode. So we're gonna play on Tales of Iron mode instead of playing hard. I'm very good at FPSs, and in an FPS I would immediately select hard, but I am not good enough at platformers any longer. Dennis Mayak, if you ever watch this series, this will be proof I am just not good enough at these anymore to play something like Noita, based on what you were saying. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
For centuries and longer, rats have fought tirelessly to repel the incessant frog invasions. Peace was only ever short-lived, until finally a young monarch rose to power. King Rattus, first of his name, unified the rat kingdoms under one rule, repelling Greenwort and his kind back to the putrid swamps from whence they came. Crops prospered, families flourished, and a magnificent crimson keep climbed ever higher toward the sky. But as time passed, King Rattus the Savior grew old, and the kingdom vulnerable once more. His people grew anxious, some claiming to perceive a faint odor in the air. Greenwort had returned with a ferocious vengeance. Amassing an army of unfathomable scale, he burned everything in his path towards the Crimson Keep. King Rattus gazed down upon his withered claws, barely able to hold the crown. He had little hope wielding a sword. So it was decided the crown should pass to Whiskers New. Arise, young prince, for the kingdom needs a hero. And so, your tale begins. When his squire woke him with this god-awful noise, the young prince was dreaming about this day, just like he had for months. Now it was here, he better be ready.
Alright everyone, equipment screen. We'll cover equipment as we're running around and doing things. Just know that you have all these different pieces of gear, and they come in different weight categories, depending upon how much roll you want your character to have. Exclamation marks mean that there's something new here, since the last time we had checked out our inventory and hovered over the items that we had picked up. You can see in the upper left-hand corner the defense an item gives us, and the weight of it in the lower left-hand section of the Redgi page. We get a choice as to the type of armor we want to wear. Looks like we have two available to us to start. Do we want a medium armor with some frog resistance? Actually, they both have frog resistance. The question is, how much weight do we want to have on us? Until we bring our weight over the first... I don't know if you can see it down there, but you probably can. The weight gauge is separated into 3 sections. As long as we don't reach the second section, we will be considered to be with a light amount of weight on us. I think we'll take the medium armor this time, though. Tim says, as if you guys hadn't watched me play the originally. Light shield, good amount of defense, almost no weight added. Medium shield, about the same amount of defense, actually, it looks like, with a significantly more amount of weight. Let's pick the light shield to start. Once shields are equipped, or any items are equipped, you can get a comparison by hovering over it. Yeah, we pick up a little more defense, but quite a bit more weight. We'll stick with the light shield. And as for a weapon, we have a choice of this short sword or a falchion. We'll choose the falchion this time. Oh, damage is over on the right, as we can see. Your white hit, in this case, our one-hand weapon. If we equip this one, we can see that we gain back a little bit of weight, and but we lose a little bit of damage. As for the resistance, I think that lowers the amount of damage we take from frogs. I wish I could tell you how the resistance actually works. I'm not sure. I just know that when you're going against different types of enemies, you will want armor specifically designed to deal with them. Our squire is letting us know about the map, and here we can see that we have a task to do there. We can also see the entirety of the map if we scroll out.
If he'd known how unlike a dream today would be, he might have stayed in his bed.
We'll continue to follow our squire. Something I should have mentioned is I do enjoy walking everywhere in the games I play. So I will walk slowly. I will walk inside locations such as this, where it's safe. I will trot or jog in other such places and run where it makes sense to run. You can save the game by sitting on benches. This world and the world of Hollow Knight must be interconnected somehow. He's letting us know that the king is waiting for us inside the store. Sure. Let's go see him. Ooh, look at the treasure in his throne room he's amassed. Good amount of coin. Looks like everyone's here. Good morning. We sons must fight to prove who's worthy of the crown. I would go and get some breakfast first, though. Also, check the job board for your tasks for the day.
All the prince had ever wanted was to prove worthy of his father's crown. He might be the smallest brother, but if he was prepared, he thought he had some small chance.
The narrator sounds really familiar to me. Extremely familiar. If I didn't know any better, I'd suggest that he was put here to encourage me to finish a certain Let's Play that I possess, because he sounds a lot like he's from, what's it called? Rivera? Has it been so long? Alright, let's go get some breakfast. Quite a few pictures of the rats defeating the frogs everywhere as well. Alright. Well, nothing is currently available to us. Can we get this to eat?
Redgi's brother, the chef, offered a fine menu, but after Dennis had eaten, there was no food left. Chef would need new supplies from the cellar if Redgi wanted a decent breakfast.
Ugh. I guess there's no servants to do the tasks for the princes. We'll have to do them ourselves. I'm guessing this means that the older brother, who I think we just passed, is likely more favored. It's not going to stop us, though, from getting breakfast and trying to beat him up. We can prove that we're the better fighter, and thus we should rule the kingdom, apparently. Onions and tomatoes. Some roots are the nutritious staple in many a rat dish. The chef should be able to use this in his recipes. Hello, Bard. Berries. Ripe red berries fit for a king. The chef should be able to use this in his recipes.
The Bard had found the last of the summer raspberries in the bare basement. The Bard was quick to offer one, even though they weren't his.
That's very polite of him. Guess they're very free with the food here. Freshly drawn water. The chef should be able to use this in his recipes. Hello. What is this? Something that we require a key for, and thus we cannot open it. I do not think there is much Metroidvaniaing here, in so much that I can't think of any new abilities we will gain that we don't already possess starting out, but keys will be what we require to access areas that are sealed off for us until later parts of the story. Ooh, look at that sausage, that looks delicious. And bugs, too. Mmm. I suppose rats would definitely eat bugs, given the opportunity. Oh, okay, we don't bring him the food. We bring the food to the table. Okay, then he takes the recipe for us. I was a bit nervous. We would actually have to do the cooking ourselves too.
He had the ingredients. His brother, the chef, would make you a feast fit for kings. Or so he says. Redgi only ever gets his brother Dennis's leftovers, so he wouldn't know.
Oh, that's kind of sad. That's taking the lion's share of the food. No wonder why he's bigger and probably stronger than us. But little guys try harder. Oh, let's keep following our squire. There he is. Ooh, that's a good picture of the keep back there. And apparently they've done some sailing at some point. The job board is in the next room. Alright, we'll go take a look at it. I think he talked about blueprints, and we have one in our inventory. As if you look at the giant picture over to the right, Bam Bam, I guess is this guy's name. Well, Bam Bam will consume one blueprint that we possess and create us an item of some sort. I'm not quite sure if these items are random or they're always in a fixed order, but let's go ahead and hit the craft button, and he'll consume that blueprint to make us something. In this case, it was a helmet. Let's store it. And we have no more blueprints, so we cannot craft anything else. You can see the blueprint says X0 up there in the main big picture.
His brother, the smith, could forge armor and weapons to see off any enemy. He'd make some for Redgi, if the young prince could find blueprints for a rat of his stature.
Let's look at that helmet. It's a medium helmet. We get a little more weight, but it does protect us better. And we don't go over into the medium weight category. We'll equip it. And what is on the tasks for today? You must complete all tasks, to my knowledge, at some point in the game, as you will, I believe, need the money in order to progress through the game. The money is only going to be spent on things that are required, to my knowledge. You can redo quests, however, if you want to, some of them at least, in order to get other resources, if they offered any. Dummy training. Before the trial can begin, Redgi needs to warm up. The training dummy shouldn't put up too much of a fight. Red attacks cannot be parried. Yellow attacks cannot be dodged. Dennis? Sure, get some practice in the other room. Let's get that done. I like the little picture of the fighting back there. Interesting. We can see all sorts of different weapons that we are not carrying with us. And
his eldest brother didn't think Redgi could hit a target, even if it was standing still. But Redgi had been training hard.
Hopefully it proves successful here.
Freshly squeezed bug juice, drink of champions. Nothing better after a long fight.
In the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you can see our life bar, which is the green bar. We increased its maximum value when we ate dinner, or breakfast, I suppose I should say. And whenever we eat, we will be able to increase its value more. The upper left-hand corner, even more left to the green bar, is a yellow flask that we just filled with bug juice. That is our healing potion. That runs out, we can't heal anymore. Above that is a symbol with a sword, with a shield in it. That is letting us know that we have a single-handed weapon and a shield equipped at the moment. Alright, training dummy. You and me. Let's see you wouldn't beat me this time.
The training dummy's red attacks were too strong to block. It was fast. But Redgi could be faster. Not even Redgi could dodge the dummy's yellow attacks. His only hope was to parry with his trusty shield.
Parrying requires more than you just having the shield up. You actually have to click the other button.
The dummy's final attack shook the ground. Redgi would need to dodge to remain unscathed.
By dodge, it means don't be near it when it happens, not an actual dodge through it. That final attack actually damaged us severely, so let's go ahead and heal up. You can always refill your flasks at a bug bug drinking station. Good job, Redgi. Thank you, brother.
Dennis was impressed. If Redgi could just grow another couple inches, he might even have been worried.
We're gonna beat you, Dennis. Just you wait. Side quest's complete, and we just earned 2 gold. We can see all the resources that we currently have access when they show up briefly in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. We can also go to this screen, I think, to see them. 2 gold, no iron, no bits. Is there anything else for us to do today? There is. Trial by combat. The trial grounds have been prepared, and something else I didn't think it would automatically accept it. I thought it would zoom in on it, so we don't get to read the rest of it. Let's take a look and see where this is. So we can either leave by the right or leave through the bottom gate. And there's where we're trying to go. Okay, well, let's leave through the training dummy door. Oh. There is none here. Really? Okay, there is none here. We should have followed the red. The red dashes are what we needed to do to leave. Okay. I absolutely love all the sound effects of this game. I very rarely have enjoyed listening to the weather effects, the sounds of people working. Everything is so magnificently done. It really adds to the ambiance, having the atmosphere so perfect in the game. That sheaths and takes off our weapons. Good job unsheathing your weapon. Hold the left button. You can immediately swap back and forth to block if you need to. Good job. Alright, Squire, we're following you. All of this so that one of us can hopefully lead the rats against the frogs, who sounds like have already been burning the outlying villages.
Redgi'd never seen the Crimson Fort so full of ratfolk. The whole kingdom was there. Some even cheered for him. But the king had let his eldest brother lead the procession.
It's obvious who the king favors. We'll see if that proves a wise idea, I suppose. If he beats us, I suppose it will. After all, I think we're supposed to lead the army in combat against the frogs. We don't need any bug juice, we're all filled up. I suppose we should save the game first, though. It's not like our brother's gonna kill us, right? Alright. Head on in. Yep.
If he was scared, he wasn't showing it. He was going to show all of them what he was made of. If nothing else, this'd be no easy win for Dennis.
Oh, he's a captain of the Royal Guard, too. Interesting. Ooh, good hit, Dennis. Good hit. Get some quick sips in. Apparently, we're allowed to sip. Good hit, Dennis, as well. Mistimed my block there. My parry, sorry. Dennis gets really tired easily. He must be doing some huge swings. It's important to note that the enemy doesn't always telegraph their attacks. Well done, Dennis. Alright, well, not bad. We did it. Let's get crowned king. Assuming that the king honor his,
He'd done it. He proved himself a worthy heir to his father's kingdom. His dream was about to come apart. The prince woke this time from a dream of blood and frog spawn, finding he had neither a crown, nor a kingdom, nor a father.
To my knowledge, based on what I just attempted, you cannot win that fight. This is not like Salt and Sanctuary, where there is a chance for you to beat that first boss that shows up instead of having it defeat you automatically. No. You die there, or rather are defeated. We must have been so pathetic that they just didn't, he didn't bother to actually stamp us out, and the frogs might not have realized what we had just done, and left us for dead. No weight, but almost no damage on this ruined blade. Once you have an item, or find a new item, you have a choice. Equip it right then, or store it until you can make it to a item box. I did not realize that was the way this worked originally, and was greatly confused by why I couldn't access other items. You can only access other items in a storage box. Can I see my current gear anywhere? I cannot see what shield I have equipped at the moment. We have a shield equipped though, a badly broken buckler. A wooden shield of some wooden small shield of some sort.
He needed a place to recover, somewhere to make a plan.
It's not likely to be inside the fort. Judging by the amount of dead outside, the frogs have already sieged it. Some healing back. Our flask was completely empty before. Frog archer. Eyesight might not be that great since he can't see us at the moment. White symbols like that mean block. Block if you don't want to take the hit. Or you might be able to dodge them. But dodging is really difficult against white attacks. insects that you kill can be searched sometimes, apparently, for bug juice. But not these ones. We did get some bug bits, though. We'll see what those are used for later. We also... Oh, did I not equip it? I did not. I instinctively stored the item. We had found a headband, but it's now in our chest instead. Tough hit to take. You do not heal at benches. You only save the game at them, as a heads up. We're finding arrows in those remains, but we don't yet have a bow. Crimson Fort sewer key. Found in the Crimson Fort sewers, this key unlocks the sewer exit. Nothing else this way, though. Just some vines. And you'll have to hack through vines, as you cannot move through them normally. A little more bug juice can go a long way to keeping us alive. I was going back to save the game, but no, we should push on. Story reasons. We cannot reach that frog to kill it. We cannot make the jump up there. Let's just race inside. We can see the ladders outside. The frogs did indeed siege the keep. They probably did this after they defeated our father, would be my guess. As you can see, enemies do not always indicate what they're going to do. They killed everyone inside the fort. Or at least, that's what he seems to be saying. Wow. Left in piles. Too few frogs killed. Unless they maybe eat their own. Or carry them off. I doubt it. The rats were caught completely unprepared.
Not content with killing the king, the frog horde had torn down his throne room, leaving behind little more than smoldering rubble, the bodies of his kin, dead and defiled. Redgi had never seen such evil, nor felt such rage.
The archer up there is really annoying. We can't do anything about him at the moment. We can't search. Oh, we can search bodies in the middle of combat. All right, good to know. Our squire still lives. We are the king now.
Redgi had his crown at last, but not his kingdom.
Have you seen my brothers? He's asking. The village is on fire, and they're killing everyone there.
Dennis had returned, but shamefaced. Drunk from drowning his sorrows in the village, he couldn't hold back the frogs there, or stop them taking their brother, the chef.
He must have gone there to drink after we defeated him in combat. It's okay, brother. We'll do it.
Redgi had to get to Longtail Village to rescue his brother, and fast. If he could fix the travel board, it'd show the quickest way.
Hammer, the trusty tool of a builder. It could be used to repair the travel board.
More than one use for a hammer. And its work on the frog skull seemed to be done.
If you want to fix the travel board, I'll do it, but I'll need a hammer and some nails for you. From you. Well, there's some on your friend's corpse. A skilled builder could put these to good use to repair the travel board. I'll get to work on it. This is how we have to travel to some locations, but not all of them. To go from the Crimson Fort to the Longtail Village, I believe we must use a travel board. Most places, though, we can get to on foot if we so desire the long way. You guys know by now I like taking the long way, so you should expect that at least more often than not. But here, we have to take this way. We are going to make it there. It's just really slow. It's muddy outside. Probably lots of ruts in the road.
Longtail Village always smelled of fresh, whole bug bread before. Now it reeked of burning fur and gore. And something putrid. Pond slime and those that dwelt in it. The Frog Clan Bog Brothers.
Man, what a difference 5 hours of practice makes, effectively. A spear. More damage, equal amount of weight. Let's take it. Nope, let's store it, apparently, instead. Okay, that's fine, too. I keep hitting the wrong button there, Tim. Don't be so quick in the future. Arrows and more bits. We could really do with some armor, but there's none on that corpse. Trying to dodge through him. Which is obviously not working out for me very well. Need a key to enter what looks like the town hall. A better shield, and this time I'll actually equip it. You can hold down your attack button for a slightly stronger attack. Happy about that hit, are ya? Not going to be as easy as you thought. Oh, right in the throat. Wonderfully done, Redgi. The town elder is inside the town hall. You'll need a key to open it. Village hall key. Obtained from the village guard captain. This key unlocks the village hall. You can see where it is located by going to your journal.
The guard captain's last act was to secure the village elder in the town hall and bar this gate to the frog horde. But some had got past him.
A great deal more defense. Oh, yeah, and some sizable amount of weight. I think I would rather have my crown on. To remind the frogs that I am going to, or warn the frogs that the new king is here.
Right. The frogs were inside. The villagers, they had no more fighters. Until now.
Ooh, yes. Important note, They can combo you, and will do so. I actually meant to attack him there, so that's a good. That lucked out for me. Now, I never really paid attention much to the sound of the weapons hitting each other. They did a really fantastic job on that, too. No, we keep our crown. The elder's still alive. I can see both servants cowering behind bookshelves. And there's at least some warrior up here.
Redgi had found them. The Elder and Robin the Ranger, who had been his last guard. The young king sought no thanks for saving them. He sought only to find his brother.
And it looks like he told us where his brother's located. Quite some distance away, however. The frogs captured him. He's been brought to a windmill outside of town. And we can't go further that way to talk to Robin the Ranger.
If this old rat was right about what was beyond the gate, he'd need to stock up and prepare.
You'll need weapons and armor. Check the storage. And you're going to want to refill your flask at the bug juice container. At the bug juice keg? Bug keg. And we were just given some extra equipment. Let's see what we can get from this now. So there is the other types of equipment we can get. I'm not really interested in... I want to wear our crown. I think it's rather thematic for us to do that. But I also want these exclamation marks gone. So let's hover over these really quick. And we have some armor we could wear. Very light armor. Just standard clothes, it looks like. Something a bit heavier with a little more defense, but I don't like the weight it adds to us. I think we'll stick with our light armor, at least until we see what else is available. A slightly better shield than what we're currently using. Sometimes some gear has variant skins you can have instead. We can have the top of a barrel, apparently, or an actual metal shield. The effect is the same, statistic-wise. It's just what you want it to look like. We'll equip this one. And we will take a better weapon. This sword does no more damage than our current one does. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It does a little more damage with a little more weight. Let's equip it. And what's the spear that we possess? Less weight, a little less damage. Less weight, the same damage that our sword has. But this is a frog weapon. I'd rather stick with our sword. Maybe then we can also equip some slightly better armor. Just a little longer, everyone, and then we'll end the session. Oh, that was kind of lucky. Our kill animation saved us. He's got a lot of reach. Really slow, but tough guard. Quite a few slashes on his skin now, though. Oh, he's got good reach.
Thug of a guard frog wasn't an easy kill, but it was a sweet one.
Heavier armor. Frog armor, which I detest wearing. However, it is less weight than our current armor, with less defense, but some frog resistance. We'll wear it. We'll save the game here, everyone, and we'll pick back up in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys liked it. And hopefully I'll also see you in the second one. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.